I fill my life, yeah, I share too much. A Norwich girl with 2 sausage dogs. A whole lot of chaos, but I try to live well. Just figuring life out with stories to tell. Welcome to my weekly vlog.
Hello, welcome back to another weekly vlog. It is I'm in Belgium. I just travelled down to Belgium. I'm going to Tomorrowland, which actually I'm quite surprised that I'm still going to, because considering the main stage set on fire. But I'm here working with a brand to create some fun content for them. I've been to Tomorrowland once before with JBL years ago, and I'm just at Tomorrowland for the festival tomorrow. Then I'm one more night, and then I'm going home Saturday morning. Absolutely starving. Gonna order some food. I just literally missed room service, and I'm really fancying a filthy burger because I'm so Mediterranean street food. Ooh, Caesar salad, Madison's chicken Caesar salad, frame grilled chicken, baby gem. Oh, I do love a Caesar. Oh, and that looks fucking great. Oh my god. I'm gonna add that. The sides. Fresh Belgian fries plus secret sauce. Yes, please. Ooh. Okay. I got it. Oh my god, I'm so happy. I love a chicken Caesar. Here she is. I am basic bitching Aaron to the max right now. And so I'm just getting ready whilst also filming a getting ready reel. It's kind of difficult to remember to do both things. But my makeup look today, I wanted to go smoky. And then I want to also do the wet look hair. I always get a bit nervous about, but last time I did it, I really liked it. My fringe is just fucking me off at the moment because it's just so long and droopy and it doesn't stay in place. I forgot my powder. Like, do I want it? I was thinking of doing it, tying it up. I think I'm gonna do it like this, like slick, but crunchy. I'm back. What a wild couple of days. No, I had a fun time. Cruising on through, and then getting to experience that. Like, Tomorrowland is like, whoa. Disney World for adults that love EDM. But yeah, I got the train back, topped up on my old Bare Minerals tinted moisturiser. I took a wild leap with the colour. I was like, I know there was cashew in the name. Cashew, it is cashew. Cashew. Anyway, so I'm back and I just spent the rest of the day packing. Well, I got back, unpacked. I went to one of my favourite pubs in Norfolk called the Rising Sun in Coltishall, because the pub garden is on the river, so you can like literally be on the Broads and watch the ducks and paddle boarders and canoers, and it's also a nice place to launch from if you're into that. And then also that night, I, with another friend, went to my first escape room. I've never done an escape room before, not properly anyway. And I thought I was gonna be terrible at it because I'm so bad at like instructions and reading things and taking it in, just because. But after the initial because there was a speaker thingy saying like, oh, so the man did some done this and you gotta do that and all that. And I was like, oh, I'm trying to listen, but my brain is like, no, haha, you need to listen. Let's just go beep, 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 beep. So I was like, shit, I didn't listen to that. So I was like, right, what can I do then? What have we got here? And yeah, it was really good. And then went for some sushi. So yeah, had a well good time. Today I am just getting ready for the week, do all my laundry, edit some just bits. I've been to the gym this morning. That was really good. I didn't train properly last week because I was due on my period. Period was late. So like the PMS just lasted for so long and I was ready to explode. And obviously from last week's vlog, I was just not good. And it came literally at the weekend as I left the festival, and I felt like I'd been popped by a balloon, like a balloon being popped. All of that suppress, all of that energy was just alleviated. And it's so mental because this time last week, when I woke up, I just thought to myself, like, you know, I said in last week's vlog, you know, oh, you're a waste of space or nothing. And I just felt so unmotivated, uninspired, just all these negative thoughts. Now that it's passed, I just feel like me again. And I just woke up feeling really good, really like excited for the day. Loads of ideas came into my head. You know, I rang my manager and had a good chat with her, like making plans with friends. Like, it's just mental. So if you watch last week's vlog and you are, you know, you feel the same as me, just let it know that we just that self-awareness in the moment that it's not real, because it will pass and you'll go back to feeling yourself again. Because it's just so incredibly contrasting, like one week to the other. It blows my mind. Like, what was the purpose in evolution, or like the design of a female to, you know, create those feelings just before you, like, why? What is that purpose in terms of being a mammal, a being on this planet? Oh yeah, so just before you menstruate, you're going to feel fucking terrible about yourself and your life and your life. Your self-esteem's gonna plummet. You're gonna catastrophize. You're gonna spiral, because, you know, that is really integral for your survival as a species. Someone up there, wherever in this universe, whatever it was, whoever is to blame, I'm fucking coming for you. But yes, I feel so much better today. Week later. I'm just gonna go with the lip stain, you know. Which one is it? Is it these? Yeah. By Sesh. And then, I don't know them together because... I thought I'd have... This itself is a cool look, isn't it? Not ain't too bad. Just a bit of... Gosh. I found this, and I found this. Yes. I never wear my hair like this. Hello. 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 Oh, doggies in my bedroom. Doggies in my bedroom. What are we going to do with you, little lady? So, I've just done a bunch of stuff and some lunch. I realised I haven't done an Agony aunt video in quite a while, so I thought that I would a lunch break chat together. Air it all off. Any frustrations. You do on your lunch break, innit? Well, when you have colleagues. Chat shit, don't you? I miss that. But if you can't speak to your colleagues, you got me. Are you ready to give advice as well, child? Okay. How soon is too soon to move on from a divorce? So there isn't actually an answer to that question, because there isn't a rule book. We ask these questions because actually we're in fear of other people's judgment of our own life decisions. I think there is an element of, you know, allowing the dust to settle a bit. Make sure that you're feeling up for it. Make sure that you're emotionally in the right place to start letting someone else into your life. To let someone in on an intimate level. To let someone in, you know, to be, or to just explore new people. But everybody's marriage and divorce situations are different, you see. And so the only person that can answer that is yourself. So you will definitely know if you're not ready to move on, but you will also know that you are. So in my head, if you know that, if you don't feel that you're not ready to move, like you know, you feel okay with the idea of dating or meeting new people, then go ahead with that. If you get into dating and meeting someone new and then you realize it's too soon, then you know to back away and to have a bit more time to yourself. You won't know the answer to that question unless you try. And when it comes to other people's thoughts on the matter, it's none of their business. How do I dissenter men from my life? From my life? Men are not the be-all and end-all. They're nice to have around if you want them there. But I truly believe that when you fully appreciate yourself, when you love yourself, when you're so happy in your own company, when you can do things by yourself, it doesn't matter. When you feel independent, you were put on this planet by yourself to conquer the world by yourself, then you'll have this sense of freedom. And you know what comes with freedom? Is choice. Choice. You can choose to have someone in your life or not. Don't get me wrong. I've always, well, in the most recent years, I've been really good at being quite a solo kind of girly. Even when I was in a relationship last year, I did so much by myself. I entertained myself. I didn't feel like I needed a partner. And likewise, like now, I don't feel like I need a partner. But having a partner would be quite nice, you know? If I wanted one. To dissenter men from your life is removing the requirement for them and understanding why you have a requirement from them. Why do you need a man? Why do you need a man? Is it for company? For friends, family, dogs? Is it for sexual desires? You know, that's fair enough, but come on. Have you seen my bedside table drawer? Sorry, TMI. Figure out why they're the centre of your life. And then can you fulfill that elsewhere? 10-year relationship, but deep down, I know he's not my person. Feeling stuck. Your gut is never wrong. It's never wrong. It's never wrong. So length of time is not relevant when it comes to your own happiness, right? And 10 years is a long time to be with someone. And we change a lot in 10 years, grow, we turn into different people. And sometimes relationships don't work out long term, especially in your kind of like fundamental years of forming who you are, because you are kind of figuring yourself out. Grow apart from people, or things might just not be the same as it was. And that's absolutely fair. But, you know, just because you've spent that much time with somebody doesn't mean you owe them the rest of your life or any more time with them. Essentially, if it's not making you happy, the relationship, then move on to greener pastures. Do you know what I mean? Like, more life out there to be lived and with people more suited for you. So there's no point wasting any more time with someone that essentially isn't making you happy, regardless of how long you've been together. But fiance doesn't want one of my BFFs at the wedding because he drunkenly said he was in love with me. Oh, I think that perhaps that maybe that might be fair enough. Sorry. Because, like, may have been drunk, but he said he loved you whilst you're in a relationship. And that's a fucking line that's crossed, do you know what I mean? He shouldn't have said it. I think it's quite disrespectful and a boundary cross there, you know? What was he hoping to gain from telling you that he was in love with you? I mean, this is depending if you were together at this point. Like, if he said it before you were together, then, you know, test of time in it. But if he said it whilst you were together, I can understand why your partner might be a bit pissed by that. Maybe you have a sober conversation about it with your best friend to explore whether those feelings are still there. And then you can report back to your fiancé. Getting married next year, and I have a horrible soon-to-be mother-in-law. Please help. What do you need help with? You are marrying your partner. You're not marrying their mother. It's unfortunate that the mother-in-law is horrible, and as probably as bloody annoying as it might be, I'm pretty sure that you'll be able to cope, because it's not about her, is it really? It's about you and your partner having a lovely time, being in love, showcasing your love. I'm just saying to you, you've got this, you can do it. Just remember it's not about her. Been with my partner for over 3 years, and he still hasn't introduced me to his family. Do they live on the North Pole? It's a bit odd. Have you had a conversation about it? Have you just asked? Like, dude, We've been here 3 years, why have I not met your family? Just ask the question. Just so it's bothering you. Communicate your feelings. I've been a painter and decorator for 13, 14 years and I want to have a career change, but I have no idea what to do, where to start. I've been doing this job since I was 15, really want to change, but it can also feel overwhelming. Where do I start? Well, it's never too late to change careers. I know so many people that have just gone, fuck it, and started a whole new career in their 30s, retrained, and it's been exciting for them. You've just got to sort of figure out like what it is that you want to do. While still working, and then basically put things into place to start getting to that point. Like, it's probably not going to be easy. You might have to take a pay cut or have to put loads of hours into something, but long term it will be worth it if it means that you're going to enjoy your life more and try something new. But there are so many options on career paths, but just need to sort of sit down and really think, what is it that I'd be really interested in doing? Just give it a go. It is overwhelming and scary, especially when you've been doing something for so long. You might end up grieving what you used to do or feel like totally out of whack because it's something so alien and different. But, change is exciting and we've got to take risks. Take risks. How do you deal with losing friendships or realising friends aren't who you thought they were? I do actually think that losing friends is kind of harder because there's something about a platonic relationship that feels like your friends are always there no matter what, aren't they? And you can go through relationship issues and stuff, but it's always your mates that you always talk to and who are always like there for you. So when you lose a friend or a friendship, fails, it feels like almost like, I feel like a breakup feels like a real quick slap, whereas a friendship failing feels like a slow burn. Does that make sense? But it is important to acknowledge when people in your life aren't good for you anymore and taking that leap of, putting yourself first, I suppose, and acknowledging that I can't have these people around me anymore, as painful as it might be. Some people just don't end up being right for you anymore, especially if you're going through stuff or you realise that you're not comfortable with certain aspects of them. And it's shit, but sometimes you just need to cut ties with people and in the long run you'll feel better for it. Tips on being neurodivergent with very neurotypical friends. Communication. Clear communication about how you're feeling and why you're feeling it. And be quiet. Ask them questions. Do you feel like this when this happens? Or I currently feel like this at this moment in time. And put an explanation in. Because for example, when I went away to Italy with my friend Sarah, she's neurotypical. She's well neurotypical. She's like, yeah, cool. And we had loads of conversations about our brains. And I asked her loads of questions about her brain. And I was explaining loads of things about my brain. She was fascinated with it. She was like, oh my goodness, I don't ever do that. Or no, I just do this, X, Y, Z. And when she was telling me about her stuff, I was like, what? So you can just, do something? Or you can just, It turned into a really interesting conversation. And, luckily she's a fucking excellent person. So it was really, her learning more about me, it brought us closer as mates, but also she was able to then kind of understand where I was at certain points in the week or the way I was feeling and why I was feeling it. And it was just nice. So definitely just fuck feeling weird and bad about it. Just communicate what you're going through and, ask them to listen and say it's important to you. But only when it's really relevant or needed in situations where you feel like it is an issue. Because I also do believe that, yes, brains are functioning different, but it doesn't mean that there needs to be a divide and exist together and be friends. And it doesn't need to be a big deal. Do you know what I mean? All my friends, all happily in love, and I'm that single friend. I feel like, why is it always me? Don't worry. That's me too. It's me. It's great. Third wheel all the time, the adopted child, right? I get to do all the fun things with my friends. Get them to go to theirs for dinner. They all cook for me. They look after me. And I don't have to have the commitment of having a partner. Just do what I want. Just float in and out. It's great fun. I'm seeing a lot of questions about being lonely and shit. And the single shame. Why are we bothered about that? Being in a relationship isn't the be-all end-all, guys. Being single isn't a terrible thing. Being by yourself isn't bad. It's not bad. We don't have to be lonely just because we don't have a romantic partner. We make the most out of our time. We see our friends. We go fucking do shit that makes us feel good and excited. We participate in hobbies. We fill our life full of shit, cool shit. And the right partner will come along when they're ready to. When you are ready to meet someone, when they'll just come in, and it should always come from a place of want, not need. Being single isn't shameful. You know, being the single friend, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Your friends will care and love you. Your family will love you. I know that. I will say though, I do understand, because I opened. So this is funny. So I got really upset when I went away on a plane, when I went to Malta and Barcelona, because I felt like I had no one to text to say that the plane has landed. I know, right? I was like, well, I'm not going to text my friends, and I'm not going to text because they won't really care. The plane's landed. They might do, I don't know. But like, you know, when the feeling of having, there's someone at home wanting to know that you're okay and safe. And I said I told my family at family barbecue, like that. I was like, I'm really happy being on my own, but there are sometimes little things that like make me feel shit about it. And I said, you know, like for example, when I go fly somewhere and I've got no one to tell I'm taking off and I've just landed, I'm safe. And my dad was like, Mel, just text us. He went, we won't know where you are half the bloody time, or we'll be surprised that you're, oh, where the fuck is she now? But just, you know, and I was like, okay. So now when I travel, I just text all my family members going, I landed. And they're like, cool, where are you? And I'm like, Italy. That made me feel a bit better about it. But yeah, I get it. Like, it's nice to have a companion and someone to be at home waiting for you, and someone just there to be intimate with and have a partner. I get it, because I do sometimes miss that. But like, honestly, it's so powerful when you're just happy by yourself, because it opens so many doors. The freedom it brings, like this why is it me, always me mentality. Like, oh, why am I always the single one? The single one is being said in such a negative context. The single one, like it's a shameful thing. It's not a shameful thing. It's fucking cool. As a plus size person and as a mum, I find it hard to lose weight. Beginner friendly tips. Small changes. Whether it is decreasing your calorie intake a little bit, or it's like doing a walk, doing some movement every single day. Little bits consistently. Little things consistently. Just because it's a small amount that it's not worth anything. Like sustainable weight loss and meaningful weight loss, i.e. like it's always on a downward trajectory. It's not steep decline. It's because you'll get there in the end, will always be the most longer lasting. And also like stay off. Feel like I need a change and want to move to a new city, but scared I'll be lonely. So if you're scared you'll be lonely, then you just need to make a conscious effort to integrate yourself into the community and find things to do where you'll meet new people and like put yourself in situations where you'll make friends. So if that's the thing that's holding you back from moving, then tackle that, because that is your obstacle. Just climb over it. Climb over the obstacle. You won't be lonely if you don't allow yourself to be lonely. Oh no, I'm 30, soon 31, and feel so stuck in life. 30, baby! 30s are where it's at. You know? 30s are the best fucking days. But so far, my 30s have been the fucking best, right? And I hear that 40s, everything just keeps getting better and better and better. 30s, 31 doesn't mean shit. Like, you should be figured out by now. Like, I feel like I know who I am as a person, but I don't know what the hell I'm going to be doing in 5 years' time. Will I still be on this website? Who knows? I don't know. I feel like I'm doing little things to make myself feel a bit more secure, like sorting out a pension and, you know, remortgaging, adult stuff. What I'm doing with my life, I fucking know. I might have a complete career change in a couple of years. Who knows? Will I get married again? I don't know. Will I have children? I don't know. Take it each day as it comes and just, you know, just fucking roll with it, man. Because literally anything can happen at any given point in time. You could win the lottery tomorrow. You know, the man of your dreams, the person of your dreams could literally walk through the door at any given time. You could fall down a hole and end up in another dimension. Like, anything can happen at any time. You say you feel stuck. Like, there's this obsession around numbers and age and at certain points that we should be at this point. And, like, what does it even mean to be successful, to have it all, to be settled, to, you know, have made it in life? What does it even mean to be stuck? I want to quit my job to travel, but worried about returning and starting from scratch again. But then you'll start from scratch. You'll start from scratch, but then you'll be at a point where you're comfortable and happy again. And you'll have like loads of fun stories to tell because you've been traveling. What are you going to do? You're going to put your life on hold because you're worried about job? People have full career changes, like I've said, throughout their life. I just do it. I just do the traveling. Please do it. I wish I travelled more in my 20s. I mean, I still travel now, but like I wish I did proper travelling, like went away for months on end, you know, just do it. Do the fucking travelling. Job isn't as important as living your fucking dreams, is it? I'm self-employed. How do you deal with feeling like everything could crumble at any second? I ignore it. I'm like, yeah, that could happen. That could happen. Do you know what? I do. If I think that anything could crumble at any given point in time, I'm like, fuck, I'll just have to move in with my mum again. Or there'll be someone that'll look after me. Or, oh, that's fine, I'll figure it out. Like, there'll be a solution. Just have to get a job. But there's no point worrying about it. There's always going to be something. There's going to be a solution. It'll work out. Always comparing myself to others. Friends getting married and having babies. Do you want to get married and have babies? Do you want to? Or do you feel like you should because everybody else is? Like, literally, I'm the adopted child of all my friends. They're all like married, babies, and, you know, families and shit. And I'm just saying it with my teeth shocks. Marriage and kids, again, not the be all end all. It's nice, and I'm not like throwing shade at anyone that does it at all. But it doesn't mean that you're not, like, if you failed at life because you didn't get married and have kids just yet. It's just silly. So why is that the precipice of success or making it? I don't want to go to the gym, but I need to exercise. Then don't go to the gym. Do something else. Go running, go boxing, go swimming, take up a sport. Do martial arts, kick ass. You do it. There's loads. Just got to be inventive. Turned 30 this year and feel so old. How do you cope with aging? Now. Steady on. Steady on. It's bloody brilliant. Just fucking love it. Just, honestly. It's great. Just having the best time. Just having a lovely time. Yeah, I feel like I'm aging a bit, you know. Getting the crow's feet. Just a little bit more tired these days. You know, just a little bit, not hugely. But I feel like the fucking best. Oh, it's exciting to age. And also, like, you know, you don't crave the things that you did when you were younger because you're getting older and you like doing different things. If I go out and I'm, you know, in a bar or something and I'm around people that are like 19, 20, 21, I'm like, whoa, youths, get away from me. I don't like it. You just naturally sort of just, you know, it's a good time. Promise you, nothing to be afraid of. Nothing to be afraid of. How did you get to a place of being your authentic self? I'm tired of comparing myself. I do it all the time. I compare the things that I compare though are like my productivity. It's always been the fucking crux of my, should I be doing this now? Should I be, you know, building an empire? How come all these other people that are in similar, other people that do what I do, how come they're bringing out a book and I'm not? How come they're doing this? I'm not. How come they're, what? You know what I mean? And I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just terrible. But then I'm like, on the other flip coin, the other side of that though, I'll get told by people on the other side in the industry, i.e. like, you know, managers, you know, you're doing a fucking great job. You keep at that. I see people in the street. Keep at what you're doing. You're amazing. You know what I mean? So your own perception of yourself is usually quite warped and negative, and it's not the authentic reality of the situation. So like, I compare myself, you know, a bit still. But you got to keep saying the reality of who you are over and over and over. You know, I feel it's so important to be your authentic self because, like, it's really boring when you're not, and life is harder. And I actually feel like so much more free. I like being in the position where, you know, I don't worry if people like me or not. You know, it's a case of, do I like them these days? Like, does their attitude about me towards me, do I like that? Do I want to be around it? Because if you don't like who I am because of judginess, or, you know, if you don't like who I am because I'm too much for you or I make you uncomfortable and I don't want to be around you. And I used to be like, oh, I'm too much for them. But they just ain't enough for me, are they? They're just not enough for me. Authenticity is also probably the most attractive things ever to me. Like, when I meet people, not just like romantically, but just like generally when I make friends with people these days. Because I think with with authenticity, there's a level of like trust there, because I know that when someone is true to themselves and they fully, you know, embrace themselves, I can trust them because they have trust in themselves. I mean, they're not like acting up or pretending because they're unsure of themselves. For me, that is reassuring. Yeah. Like, how am I supposed to believe you if you don't even believe yourself? Right. I'm going to answer one last question. 6-year relationship just ended and staying single to try and build a relationship with myself. Any advice? That's really cool. That's really nice of you to do that. I don't know. This is exciting. Ooh. What do you want to do? Where do you want to go? Do you want to hang out? Like, give dinner? Go climb a mountain? I think, you know what? Take risks. Do things that would normally make you uncomfortable doing it by yourself. Like do things like go to the movies and go out for dinner. Plan a little weekend away or a night away somewhere by yourself. That hobby that you've always wanted to try but you've never either had the time to or just, could be, just been putting off. Just do it. Think about your time and how you want to respect it and how you want to spend it, like for you. And always send to yourself, like I always, if you've been here a while, do you remember I would say, what does Helen want quite a lot? Like, what do you want in that moment? And it'll have to be something that doesn't affect anyone else. Like you don't think about anyone else in the decision making, like logistics. Don't think about whether you should or you shouldn't. Like, what do you genuinely actually want in that moment? And just go do it. Spend more time with your friends and your family and get to a point where you realise that actually you don't need to rely on anyone and they'll be lucky to have you in their life because you're fun and you know what you're about and you don't need them. Should you ever choose to want to be back in a relationship, that is. You might not, but actually single life's really fun because I'm just having a lovely time. Yeah, it's exciting. It's exciting for you. Anyway, we've been here a while. We've been a while on our lunch break. Shall we get back to doing some things? And then I've got to go to the supermarket. Anyway, thanks for sticking by this week. Well, thanks for stopping by this week. I hope you have a lovely rest of your week and I shall see you soon. Farewell.